Hello, my voice broke. Oh God. Well, good start. I have no idea if that's going to be a thing where I'll walk in with my coffee and stuff. I want to make it as fluid as possible, I guess. But anyway, hello, welcome to episode 1 of the Creator Cast. I'm going to be having a special guest on the show. A lovely person called Meg. Some of you will know this person anyway. A lot of you guys will be here because of this. And I just want to say thank you for being here. This is going to be the very first time I do a proper podcast with someone. We don't know how it's going to go. And we're both kind of nervous to see what's going to happen. We don't know where it's going to really go in terms of conversation. We just wanted to talk. This is actually the first time I've spoken to Meg verbally. So all I need you guys to do really is, if you enjoy the show, just let us know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you want to. You're welcome to subscribe if you want to. Don't worry too much. The main thing is to let us know if you do enjoy it. And also, if there's anyone else you'd like to see on the podcast, I've actually got August already lined up. But if there's anyone else you'd like to come on the show, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, we're going to be ready in a few seconds, but we'll do a little transition over to the conversation anyway. But above all else, I hope you enjoy this show. With Meg, she hasn't got a camera of her own, so it's going to be a picture of her and then a camera with my camera right next to it. So you're going to be looking at me more than anything during this podcast, but I hope you don't mind it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys really soon. Let's start the show.
Hi, hello.
Hello, Meg.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Wow, this unexpectedly turned out way better than I thought. Because I thought it was going to be shitty. Hey.
You sound like Kermit the Frog.
Hell yeah, Kermit the Frog. I don't know who's Megane is. She's not here, you know. It's only Kermit.
It's good to see you. Well, see ya. It's good to talk to you. Hello.
Hell yeah. How's it going, man?
I'm all good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's
good.
Nighttime. Everyone's not asleep yet.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say to you, like, I all week I was thinking to myself, how this was gonna go, and I thought, okay, well, if obviously yourself, you've got amazing English. Like, your English is so good, and
Really?
yeah,
Oh, that's nice to hear.
It's so good. And all I can think of was like, okay, can I do some kind of effort regarding that? So can you give me like a chance to say one little thing in Indonesian?
What? Okay. Right. Okay.
Literally, it's just, is it? Again, if I butcher it, I'm so sorry. But it's.
Wait. You're going to say something in Indonesia.
Hopefully, I don't know.
This is gonna turn out great. I want to hear it. Let's go.
It was literally just Selamat Malam. Is that how you say it?
Selamat malam. Yeah,
Selamat malam. And that's
Yes.
good night, isn't it? It's good night, is it?
Yeah, it is. It is good night.
Oh, I'm so honestly, I was.
No, it's okay.
I was like, I was taking like a course over the past few days. Like, okay, I want to say this phrase because I know hello is hello, but I thought, well, that's easy. I was like, okay, let me get a mini phrase going off just to like give some respect. Because like I was thinking to myself, well, you're from obviously Indonesia, and your English is so good. And in England, and I don't know what it's like in America or anything like that, but in England, we don't need to really learn any other languages. So like, so for me, it's like I studied German when I was a kid, and that's it.
cool. Yeah. But
It,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice to just like talk in English every day because like all of my friends, they always say that I feel like Indonesia is supposedly to be my own native language instead
uh,
of like yeah, it's just like everyone, my classmate just says like, oh no, Meg always speaks in English. She rarely speaks in Indonesia, and all my friends are okay with it. But yeah, I sound like someone who is very much foreign instead of like someone who is in the country.
how long did it take you to learn the English though? Because the English, that sounds so stupid. I can't even speak English, and I'm like, how long did it take you to learn the English? But yeah, like, did you grow
Uh,
up from day one or?
yes. But actually, my mom, the one who told me this, my first language is not Indonesia. When I first started to learn how to talk in general, was actually English. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
amazing.
I had yeah, so I had so I went to a school, a kindergarten, and as well as like till preschool, basically. Wait, what? So preschool to kindergarten, I actually went to a school where we are not allowed to speak in Indonesia because the school basically like prohibited speaking in Indonesia because
Wow.
we want children to speak in English fluently for the future, basically.
Hmm.
And
That's
when we have like international jobs, it'll be easy for us to speak in English.
totally
So yeah,
understand. Yeah, I think that's why for people in England and maybe in the US, we can be kind of lazy when it comes to languages because it's true. Like the necessity for learning other languages is not really there because
yeah.
well, everyone else learns English, so we just rely on everyone else not being as lazy as us. So then it's like, oh
Hmm.
well, it's it just makes it a lot easier. So I thought I'm gonna do a little bit of effort just to speak two words basically, just for you.
I think that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, but that also being said, I also like when I was a kid, I used to be like a super try hard person. Like
Mm.
whenever people like, oh, they can do that, I can do that too. So I have friends online who can speak, who is bilingual, and I was basically like, I can also do that. So now I can speak in Japanese and as well as Korea and other than that.
How many
I don't
languages do you know?
what? How many language?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can speak. First of all, I can speak in English. I can speak in Japanese. I can speak in Korea. I can speak in Tagalog or the Philippines language. I can speak in Spanish for some reason. But I kind of forgot with Spanish though. I can't even remember two words of it. But I used to be really good and I used to be good at German as well. I don't know why I learned so many languages. I
It's
don't even use
amazing.
it in my daily day. Yeah,
That's so
thank
good
you.
though. Like, so honestly, I barely make it through English. I really struggle sometimes, even when I'm like streaming or making a video. The amount of times when I'm like recording a video,
Yeah.
I'll be talking and halfway through I'll just go and just stop. And it's one of those where I'm like, God damn it, I need to start again and again and again and again. And it's like, it's amazing to like for me having a conversation there's no thought behind it, but for yourself when you're first learning, I'm sure it was a case of like you were having a conversation but you had to think about what we were saying as in take it really in and then
Hmm.
figure out a response. And I've never been into that situation. I've never had that experience where I've had to really think about what I'm like trying to say to someone. um
Yeah.
and just because obviously I don't really hear your voice too much, because obviously when you're doing your animations, I hear it. Or I always go to the animation where where you just go, "I'm sick and depressed," and and
Yeah.
that's where I always remember your voice from. And
uh,
it's one of those where like. I just think, God damn, your English is so good, and I'm just lazy.
Aw, thank you. Thank you.
At least I put a little bit of effort in when it comes to that kind of thing. But
Well, yeah,
yeah, go. How's
a lot of
everything
people.
on your end?
How's everything on my end?
Yeah,
Well,
because you have a day
19.
you said that you said there's an earthquake.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's common here in Indonesia.
That makes no sense to me because, like, again,
What do
England.
you mean? It makes no sense.
No, not like as in what you're saying. I mean, because in England we've had maybe, well, me experiencing them, maybe 3 earthquakes in my entire life, and the intensity of the earthquake is, well, the worst we ever got was when for my home where I used to live with my parents. It got that bad that one roof tile fell off. That's it.
Oh,
It's not that bad. And when you said that, but I was when it happened to me, I was so scared. I was like, oh god, the world's ending. So when you're saying,
well,
go on, please.
yeah, but I mean, again, it's common, but especially like I live in an apartment and I live in the 6th floor, and when it happened, like last night when it happened, all I did, I was drawing icy, right? I was drawing icy. All of a sudden, my pen tablet just sort of moved to the right as well as the body, and I was like, "What the hell just happened?" And I was just like, "Oh, I guess an earthquake just passed by. That's normal. Well, back to drawing icy, I guess."
That's so crazy to me. Like I'd be going, no, you know what? I'm leaving the house for a second. I'm gonna go outside and I'm just gonna contemplate life for a bit. I'm gonna make sure life is still good for me because I'd be so scared.
Yeah.
I could not
I
continue.
mean, I don't blame you. I feel like I feel like every other normal people, when an earthquake just passes by, I feel like they would definitely panic for a bit. But now, apparently, Indonesia makes some memes out of it. You know, like I saw my group of friends just sort of like, you know, like making a status like, "Oh hey, what's up, earthquake? How's it going, bro?" You know, I'm
doing. What?
Yeah. Everyone doesn't take it seriously just because like it happens too many times
here in Indonesia.
It's like every other 2 months or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know how.
I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine like that's only in Indonesia. Imagine Japan almost every single morning. They eat that shit for breakfast.
That's their alarm clock.
Yeah, exactly. It's their alarm clock.
The world starts shaking. They're like, all right, get ready for work.
Yeah.
Meg, did you just realise something as well?
What?
Just realised something. You know how I messaged you going, am I okay to curse and everything like that, right?
Yes, I did. I did curse.
Yeah, but you cursed before me.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm not a Christian channel at all. Oh my gosh.
That's so
I'm a lie. I shall go now, and I'm gonna bury myself in the ground.
Don't bury yourself. That's extreme. Earthquake will happen again. You'll just be shaking in the ground instead of anywhere else.
Yeah, the earthquake will bring me back to life again.
It resuscitates you.
Guys.
Like, oh, I'm alive again. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm alive. Yeah, exactly.
We have it so easy in England. Like, we don't have extremes of anything. So, like, we've had a heat wave, but even that wasn't as bad as other places. When we have like a storm, it's not that bad. When we have rain, it's not that bad. In England, and I don't know if you know about like how much, because I don't know anything about your culture. I'm guessing you don't know too much about ours, I guess. But when it comes to, let's say, school or even just society, if there's 2 inches of snow, the entire population just panics, shuts everything down, schools close. No, I'm being serious. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I'd pray that there'd be a bit of snow, bit of snow back when schools closed, and the school where I was, the school where I was how can I say it? It was right down the road from me. Like, it was a couple of feet away. And I never ever got the school closed, so it's like, it sucks. I don't know what it is when my computer just decides to die. There we go. Because like when my frames drop, everything just goes stagnant, and then I can like not really hear you either. You turn into robot Meg, so it's like so but now I know it's on my end instead, so it's nothing to do with you. You're like super loud and clear.
I always blame everything on myself, because like I live in a country. You're like you're. I know that you're from the UK, and I'd be like, man, why am I doing here? It's like I'm a peasant. Why am I recording with a person
Peasant.
with from the UK?
No, dude. I want to, so honestly, when I first came up with the idea of the podcast and what I wanted to do,
Yeah,
like you were one of the first people I was thinking of because I was like, I really just love what you do. What you,
really.
yeah,
Aw.
dude. Like I can't remember how long I've not been following you for too long, but I can't remember the first piece of yours I saw, but just I remember just seeing it, thinking,
Oh, wait, hold on.
yeah, go for it.
Hold on.
Yeah, no
My
problem.
sister is calling for a bit.
Yep.
Okay. 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 I am back. My
Hello.
cat just went into my parents' wardrobe for some freaking reason, but you know what? It's okay. That happens every now and then.
Chester's a
But
beast.
continuing your story, sir.
No, what was I going to say? What was I saying? It was about the podcast. No, and
Yes.
I saw your work, and it wasn't just like your artwork. What I loved. It was just that you had a lot of personality in your artwork and
Really?
animation. When you did your voices and your animations and stuff, I just thought, oh, you just seemed like a really cool person, and like you were. Don't laugh at me complimenting you.
I can't. I'm laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at myself, thinking that wow, a person actually looks up to me. Huh.
Hell yeah, dude! Like I'm not an artist at all. Like I don't do art or anything, but I just love your work, and it's the fact that you've got like a really good comedic approach to it as well. That's what I like, and I just thought it'd be really cool to like chat to. I said I did like a little pre-recording before we started, to saying this is the first time that me and you've actually ever spoken to each other verbally, and it's one of those where we're both kind of nervous, weren't we? We're both like, oh, hang on, I don't know how it's gonna go, but just being able to talk about anything is just super nice, to be fair.
Well, I mean, it's an honor for you to have me. And also, I'm happy, man. Listen, never speak to someone. I never spoke to someone like outside of my own country before. I have.
Oh,
It was like, but it was definitely someone from the Philippines, and I don't even consider. I consider Philippine as of like as a neighbor, basically, someone who
sure.
is around Singapore and like Philippines. Those people are like they're not someone who is. I won't I'm not trying to insult them, but definitely they're just like
No, I get you.
they're not fluent in English. So it's like they're not someone who's foreign. They're just another Asian who lives in another country other than Indonesia. That's how I see it.
I get. I know. I totally understand what you're talking about, because
Yeah.
what better experience in understanding a language than speaking to someone who is from that place where it originates. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm the worst person because I can barely speak English, but like, I'm not the best. I can't be an ambassador for English language.
Uh, I mean, I understand. English is sometimes, they be like English sometimes. And some other days I'd be like, man, English is such a really cool way to it's a really cool language to speak. But at the same time, it's like English is dumb. Why am I speaking in English? It's like I don't do this because like there's so many syllables and like alphabets that I have to like think about before saying it. Before you have like an error in your mouth or like a typo in your mouth. It's like,
A typo in your mouth is such a great way of
it's
putting it. I love that description. It's so cool.
typo in your mouth. Yeah. I always say that with my.
That's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to talk about was
Yes.
something what you literally just brought up in the Discord. You were told by doctors that you have really small organs?
Yes, I do. I have. So,
Please
fun
explain.
fact, everyone. Yeah, fun fact, everyone who is the viewer listening this. All right. So, when Megumi, the fabulous floating Megane here, when she was first born, the doctor said that I have 50-50 chance of surviving because my organs was too small and I didn't have not much of blood running in my body. So my dad actually donates a couple, and my uncle also donates a couple of blood to my body. but the organs part, they just sort of stay still, and that's why I have weak heart and as well as like lungs and whatnot. I,
Whoa.
I can easily get sick. So if I say, so when people say like they eat like one meal, I can only eat the half of it basically, and that's already
Wow.
too much. Stomach, yeah, yeah.
That's
So I can't enjoy too much of food, which is sad.
well, that's amazing though, dude. Like, I'm happy. I'm still like super happy you're still with us. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
that's rare,
oh,
dude. You survived that. That's a
I
lot.
did. I know I survived. I'm a girl. Oh my god.
You did it. You did
Why
it.
is a lot of people following me on Twitter?
That they only follow you because of that, because of your survival story, and that's
Yeah.
why it's all sympathy.
It's not the thing is with me surviving a couple of like accidents and whatnot. That's not even an accident. My birth, but that's another different story.
Mm.
But that being said, I have a couple of like life involving accidents, and it's one of them being the first accident that I got was when I was 3, and that was when I got hit by a container truck. I don't know how I survived that.
You're free, and you got hit by a container truck.
Yes, I am 3. There was a truck running at full speed. It hit me. I have no idea how I survived, but here I am,
You're
and I didn't, my parents didn't told me until I was older. It's like that just one day they just sort of like, hey, did you know that you got hit by a truck? Oh, well, that's an information that I'm gonna have to live through my life now. All right, cool.
It sounds like something they'd tell you on your birthday. It's like, happy birthday,
Yeah,
Meg.
exactly.
By the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
so maybe you are Robot Meg. Full disclosure for people, because I'm going to be editing this, I'm going to talk to people. During this conversations, there's points where like for some reason my recording's going a bit all over the place. So there's going to be edits, but Meg sounds like a robot occasionally. So I believe now that Robot Meg is an actual thing that you are. You're a cyborg. That's how you survive.
I guess I am. I guess I am. I am a cyborg. I'm cursed with the never ending of accidents, whether it be in real life or in the cyber world.
The cyber accidents. Oh my god.
Yes, cyber accident, exactly. Yeah.
What
This is
was
the pain that I have to live through my life. Then.
is that the worst accident you've ever had, or is
Oh
it
no, I have plenty of stories, but I can't feel it too much because I'm planning to make a video about it.
awesome? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to because like some people will probably get triggered listening to this story because one of them involved like uh hmm maybe you should cut out this part.
Hang on, let me clap. Hang on. So
Alright.
I'll clap and then I'll know like whether to do anything like that because
All right.
I don't mind you telling me.
All right. Well, I don't mind telling it. It's just that I feel sorry to the people who are going to listen through my story, and it's basically like to put a short into it. I'm not going to get into detail. I was beaten up by 5 guys when I was 13.
Mm,
It started because like, I was. People say nowadays people will say that I'm someone who is very expressive towards my emotions and whatnot, and when I'm happy, I show it to people in my face and my body gestures and whatnot. But when I was in junior high, people thought that this kid had autism. Let's be
mm.
because she sounds fun, and yeah, that's basically what happened. So
Ah.
there you short story of it. I've had a rough childhood, and I don't know why I survived, how I survived, but here I am making jokes out of my life. Because hey, that's fun. Let's keep it positive, shall we?
I think one thing that's really cool about that though, Meg, is that you have embraced what happened in the past and you're making fun out of it because that's a way to like. It sounds really cheesy, but to heal from it, being able to laugh at what happened back then because. Either way, you are the person you are today because of that, and obviously, hopefully, that's a positive thing. But like,
Hell yeah.
just being proud of what you've been through and being here today is great, dude. And you should be super proud of yourself.
I am. I actually like. a lot of my friends. I used to be someone who thinks that, oh, I'm going to get revenge to these people one day. But now nowadays, I'm actually, if I could meet to the people who actually beat me up when I was younger, I would definitely say thank you to their faces and shake their hands and be like, thank you. Because of you, I am here today. If it weren't for you to bully me and like being so harsh on me when I was younger, I wouldn't have been this kind of person who just makes everyone else smile. So yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I think
Yeah.
it's one of those though, isn't it, where you don't want anyone to ever experience bullying, because I got bullied and all that kind
Hell
of stuff.
no.
But
I have no like I don't want people to even dare or like to even dare to think to bully someone or even being to consider to get bullied by someone. I
Yeah.
don't want that.
No,
As of
I
being
agree.
bullied, definitely definitely sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird one though, isn't it? Because some of the most like influential people, famous people, or people that make a difference in the world, so many of them experience bullying when they were younger, and
Yeah.
you sort of question like, obviously you never want anyone to go through that, and hopefully the people who can make it through can make something of their lives, but it's like, okay, would they be the same person? Would they be as successful, as influential if it didn't go through that trauma? You don't know, but it's one of those where you just think to yourself, damn, I wonder what life would have been like if they didn't experience that
Yeah.
trauma. And it's just interesting. I
I
teach. Please
I
go.
wonder that. I always wonder that as well. What would I be as a person if I didn't get bullied back in the day? If I did get just being the goody two shoes, like that kind of person, who gets along with them, and what would happen? Like like back in the day. It's like I probably won't start considering being the artist, an artist online, because like honestly, where the reason why I started being an artist online is probably because I'm weird and I thought being weird was cool. And so yeah.
I think Ego Raptor
Yeah.
did the same thing with that. Aaron
Yeah.
Hansen. I think that's a similar kind of thing. He went into art and posted it on Newgrounds, I think it was, mainly because he felt different to everyone else, and he thought, well, here I'm going to express it in my own way. And then through obviously being consistent and doing it over and over again, he started building the audience. People wanted to get to know him, and now look at him, like he's obviously still going through certain things, but he's open about it. He's open that he goes to therapy and stuff like that. But
Hell yeah.
it's amazing, isn't it? Like hard times create amazing people.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. I'm still like amazed by that analogy itself. Like the fact that the people that I look up to the most have the hardest time in their life back in the day. It's surreal to think about it. Yeah.
I don't know anyone. Well, I'm sure there's people out there who are inspiring and stuff like that. But the people to me, I think everyone likes that story where it's the whole story of you start with nothing and then you go through hardships, you have challenges, and then you become a success. I feel like that's a story what everyone grasps in their own mind. I think people with those kind of stories makes I don't know. I think it does a lot more attractive to people, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's so
It makes
interesting.
sense. Yeah, it is.
It's cool. Do you feel like you in your art you've expressed those kind of emotions, and did you ever do like vent art and stuff like that? Because I see a fair bit of vent art nowadays, but I can't remember if I've seen any of yours.
Oh, Ventart. I have mixed feelings about Ventart. You know that?
Go for it. I mean, it's just a conversation. It's always good.
Well, yeah. With Ventart though, I don't. That obviously people are not going to agree with me. Like most of them are probably not going to agree with me. But my feelings toward Ventart is that I hate it though. I hate Ventart. Not well, at least if I'm the one who's doing it, I hate it because like me what I see it, if I keep that Ventart post, if I keep that Ventart drawings on my posts up on all the time, and if I didn't archive it or deleted it, I feel like people who are going to come in the future are going to see me. Oh, is this person always like this? Like, no, I'm not. It only happens every now and then, and it's not me every single day. So that's why I have mixed feelings with Vanguard, because like at one part, yeah, it's sort of like, it's a stress reliever, definitely. And but on the other hand, it's like, wow, people are probably going to think that I'm this depressed little bitch all the time. I ain't doing that all the time. So yeah.
No, I think that's the thing. I agree with your point when it comes to it's very therapeutic for people, and they should definitely express it. If that's their way of expressing stress or anxiety, they definitely should do it. Keeping it up there, I'm not too sure. But when it comes to people seeing it, I think as long as it's not in their feed, it's not full of vent art. I think it's one of those where it's like, okay, well, it is part of them. They are human. They're allowed to do that. But I don't know. I think it depends on what the artist wants to do for the audience. So, like, what kind of feeling do you want to give to your audience? Do you want your audience to go through your work and then it's like, oh, this one what's really sad? Is that what you want to portray? I don't know. It's an interesting topic, and I think for you to just say what you think, I think that's important. I think conversations like that is important.
Well, the image that I want to put out, again, not all people are going to be, happy all the time, but at the same time, it's like, I just want to be that one person who is chill with everything and just sort of like, yeah, we're here. Life sort of takes us anywhere. Life takes us, I don't know what English is. What are you talking about? But it's just sort of like, it's just sort of like, yeah, I just want to be here and stuff that I want to do, and people liked it, and that's good. If people don't like it, that's also cool. So yeah,
I think not identifying with people's opinions of you is really important, because I know if someone's making art or a video and they start looking at the comments, and there's always going to be someone hating, there's always going to be someone criticizing, but it's when you like focus on those comments more than anything else. So you could like have 90 people out of 100 who are super positive, and then 10 who are just basically arseholes. they're just negative. And we just gravitate towards negative naturally. We just go towards negative. It's like,
hell yeah. I don't know why do humans do that? Our brains are weird. Focus on the positive ones, but for some reason my brain is like, you know what, this other 10 people, they seem really fun. I want to play with here, like they're cool peeps. They're having a bad mushroom day, and I just want to be there. It's like, listen, buddy, what's going on? All right, I know life is tough. I know life is like hitting you hard, but like it's not always like that, buddy. I just want to talk to them.
That's so healthy. That's so healthy to do. I've seen so many people where they just reach out to the person who is posting something negative, and they're like, "Oh, are you okay?" Like you just said. And then the person who was negative goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't actually mean what I said. I'm just in a bit of a bad state of mind," kind of thing. And like you just saying that is so, it's such a healthy mindset, Meg, in my opinion, where people are going to say what they want, and most of the time, if it's negative, it's probably because they're in a bad mood or they're not happy with some aspect of their own life. Whereas, like even I don't want to call myself a YouTuber anymore, because I do stream more than anything. But when you see people complaining about other people who are more successful, you have to sort of look at it and go, okay, well, if you're going to say that about someone who's more successful in you, whatever area, whether it's art or whether it's YouTube, Twitch, whatever it's going to be, it's like, okay, they're better than you in a sense, in your own mind. But what can you do to improve on yourself? Because most people just blame instead of thinking, okay, how can I get there? How can I get better at what I do? Instead, they go, oh no, that person's blah, 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 blah. Just post negative stuff about someone who doesn't really give a shit about your own opinion. And there's so many people who just waste their time, like just posting negative stuff. And I feel like that's the sad part of it, isn't it? Like, we don't know how to spend their time apart from being negative.
Yeah, so much time wasted on their part. They could have
Absolutely.
done something for their life. They could have done like something to improve them instead of hating themselves even more, or just hating other people, and then that also.
What was that? Sorry, Meg, I missed that bit. You literally, it literally went. That's because of, and it blanked, and then you laughed afterwards. I thought, oh, we
Shit.
missed it. What did you say? Sorry.
No, I meant what I was saying is that when people started to be like, I hate that person because they're so much better than me, but then you start hating yourself because you hate that person, and you start hating everyone, and then you start hating to yourself. It's just a loophole of like hatred, and it's like ugh.
But it always comes from the self, though, doesn't it? If the only time
Yeah.
you're going to be hating on someone, even especially publicly, that's the worst part. Like when people post negative stuff about people online, and I'm sure I've done it myself, to be fair, because like just thinking about, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I've never done it, but it just I just know in that moment you're saying it because you're not feeling good about yourself. So
Yes.
the hate is like it comes from self-hate first. You can't hate someone without hating yourself first, in a sense. And
Yeah.
I don't know if hate's. I mean, anger and hate and all those emotions are part of us. I mean, otherwise, if we didn't need it, we wouldn't have it, I guess. But like,
Exactly.
it's when people publicly do it, and then they do it because they want other people to jump on board and sort of say to them, "Oh yeah, you're right. You should be hating that person," instead of going, "All right, just think about it for a bit. Just think, okay, why do you hate it? Is there something you can learn from what you hate about them? Is it a reflection on you? It's a weird world when it comes to that, but it's like the cancel culture and stuff like that. What's going on right now? It's a lot of it is a lot of time. It's a lot of time wasting for a lot of people. Not all the time. Like a lot of time, it's
Yeah.
it's quite. It can be really good, and some people do need to be told, but sometimes it's just you can tell when it's just trying to get attention or just trying to create some kind of buzz, if you would. I don't know. I don't know how else to express it.
I also don't know, but it's kind of fascinating to see people like that.
Yeah,
I feel it's interesting. It's an interesting concept. This is a very sensitive topic that we.
kinda. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Like I like about these conversations because it's just a talk. We're just talking.
Yeah,
like
talk.
it's what
We're
we.
just talking. I don't know what you're talking about. We're not offending people.
I haven't got a list of topics I want to portray.
Yeah. What? You haven't got what?
No, I was going to say I haven't got a list of things I want to talk about. I actually don't. I have questions from people, and you have a lot of questions to answer, by the way. But other than that,
I saw that. I saw how many people were asking.
don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. I'll try and like some of them are the same, but yeah, we'll come on to near the end. What I was going to talk, I did actually want to talk about a few things with you.
Yeah, RT. People are probably going to hate me for this. Right. So here's the thing. Back in 2016, Megane, floating Megane here, was still a tryhard over her art. She is still fighting feisty, like she's a very feisty. She's very feisty. Like she's very overprotective of her art, and it's definitely very insecure. A lot of people say that 2016 me was like, like the PMA version of myself, basically. But in actual fact, if I want to be honest with myself, I was definitely doing that because I was so insecure. Yeah, and then when people started to art thief, it's always came to like me finding those people saying that, hey, yeah, you stole my art. I was like, stop that, thief. So, but now, and this is going to hate a lot of people. I don't try to find those people. I actually have a couple of my friends who actually came to me saying that, Mega, you're not going to do anything about these people. And I was like, no, I'm too tired. I give. People will not. It's just basically telling a drug addict to stop doing drugs. Basically,
Yeah.
it's the same concept and I just gave up. It's like telling my dad to stop smoking every day, and it's never going to work. He had a stroke before, and even then, it didn't stop him.
Jesus.
He kept going. And that's also the same. These people, like people like this, will just keep you around and just feel frustrated. The more like you're gonna feel bad for yourself. That's not the type of feelings that I want to have. Same time, I'm also someone who is very complacent, and a lot of my friends are so mad at me. It's like I let things go so easily to the point that my friend is just like, Meg, you gotta rebel sometimes, right? You gotta fight for a little bit here, and I'm just like, no, I'm lazy.
They get angry for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, they get So my friend's actually the one who went out and just stopped these people from doing art thieving. But that being said, I don't support any action that relates to thief. Basically, you stealing someone's their precious stuff in their homes or anything, or even art online. I don't support that at all. I don't support tracing. I don't support stealing someone's art and then claim it as their own, and as well as putting it on an online shop and like selling it and have the money.
That's the one what I can't stand. I see that so much. Like even on Instagram, I'll see people's artwork who I know, and it's a completely different person. And it's like, oh, here's a phone case, here's a T-shirt, and I'm like, wait, hang on a second, hang on, that's not yours. Why are you selling it? And I don't see it too much because I'm not in that kind of world, I guess. But when my friends post about it, I'm like, that sucks, because it's also when the artist calls out that person who stole the art, and it's like, but then the person who stole it gets all defensive, going, oh, you didn't say this, and they come up with so many excuses, and it's so easy for that person just to go delete.
To me, when they do that,
Say again, Meg.
when they're like saying, they're defending themselves, oh, we're just trying to express ourselves and whatnot. I feel like that's hilarious. Like, how many excuses do you have for you to just stop?
They have it copied and pasted. I think we're good.
All right.
Oh no, it's Kermit again. Kermit the Frog's back.
But no. When you first came to me saying that, hey, you want to do a podcasting and just record in general, I was actually like excited, because like, that'd be interesting. Yeah. And the thing is, what's funny about it is that you messaged me while I was chilling in the pool.
Nice.
I was like on a trip with friends. I did mention it on, like, I was going to a trip with friends, outside of town. And I was chilling in the pool, like just sunbathing, and then all of a sudden it's like, ding, ding. Oh, whiskey to Jam Jar. All right, come on. What's up, buddy? And then you're just like, hey, you want to do a podcast? I'm like, yeah.
That's so cool. I sent a message out to you because I thought, I don't know how busy you were or anything like that. I thought I'd like to send a message out.
I am not busy. I am not at all. I should be. I'm actually like, if I put every of the projects that I have at the moment and just compile it in my brain, I would say that I'm busy. But at the same time, I'm not the type of person who would worry that easily. So I'm gonna just say that I'm free. I'm also still waiting for IGP for like commissioning me back, because he hasn't said anything.
Do you are you okay with commissions? Like, what was it like to get your first commission? So like you put your commission list out there, and then you got messages of people going, oh, I really want to do it. How was that for you? How did that make you feel?
When I first opened my commissions, when I first opened my commission, I was very excited. Hell yeah, money! It's like, hell yeah! It's like, do you know how much dollars in Indonesia? So let's put it this way: $1 equals $10 for you guys. So basically, that's how it is.
Really?
Yeah, so if it, well, not $10, $13. So it's like 13,000 rupiah, and that itself alone can buy me loads of water.
Water. I love.
Hey,
That's awesome. The basic. You got to get the water in you.
yeah. So and I was like, hell yeah, I'm opening this time. I'm gonna get money, bitch. I was so stoked. Cause like I'm still till this day I'm still using my friends' PayPal. Cause I'm for some there's personal reasons
Hmm.
of my family will never allow me to have PayPal because like they're just really strict families, and I'm probably not never going to have one until somewhere in the future, and
Hmm.
I'm basically on my own. But like yeah, but now I'm still using my friends' PayPal. But yeah, but the first time when I got it, I was like, yeah, drawing things, being paid. That sounds cool.
It's living of a life. Is that what you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to do?
living the life.
Is it that you just want to do commissions, or what's your plans for the future? The future, Meg.
My dream basically is like to make an animation in a studio or something.
An animation in
But
a
at the same
studio.
yeah, exactly. But at the same time, around 2017, I saw a bunch of like artists online who does commissions, and as well as like they're freelance artists, and as well as like they do thumbnails for YouTubers. That's another thing why I want like being a freelancer. That sounds also like cool, I guess.
Hmm.
Because all of my friends like one of them being Jihi who does thumbnail for this YouTuber named Cartoons. He the art that I made and got stolen by one person. But yeah, oh, it's
Oh, Meg, it went
a cool
again.
concept.
It went again. You mentioned your art got stolen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you mentioned with the thumbnail. But yeah, so you can carry on from there if you want to. I think we're back already.
Oh, um, yeah, my art, the one who that my art got stolen, that one person. That picture, that art that I made is cartoons, and my friend Jihi, she made fan art, not fan art, thumbnail for him, and I thought that was a cool concept to do. So I
Mm.
was like, yeah, that I could be someone's just thumbnail artist. That sounds amazing. That's so cool. I want to be part of that hype question mark question mark.
The hype question mark. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I do love seeing different thumbnails and stuff like that. One person I always admire for thumbnails, just because they do them themselves, is Jacksepticeye, because I've always liked his
of
thumbnails,
course.
and I'm looking at it going, I always look and go,
Yeah.
how the fuck did he do that? And that's my first
Yeah.
swear of the entire stream, by the way. Sorry, the entire.
Yay!
I'm we're one
Congratulations.
on one now. You said shit, I said fuck.
Yeah.
So that works.
Which kid is a naughty boy now?
Uh,
Oh my gosh, guys!
I have.
Might have to permit for this one.
Oh no, Kermit brings it back down to the PG-13 kind of stuff.
Yeah. But what were you gonna say?
I was about to say, I wanted to know where Butler Meg came from.
Came from Butler Meg. But Butler Meg, she
Mm.
came from. Where did she came from? I don't even remember.
The
But
origin
no, where
story
did she
is a
came from?
secret.
She just sort of became. Yeah. So she just sort of became a thing, I guess. I think. So there was this event in my campus that is called Imagination Day, and I thought being a Butler Meg, would be cool. And then I started posting a picture of myself wearing a butler suit,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, and I thought I was like, oh, that's a cool concept. And maybe I should make that a thing. And then now it's a thing. Everyone likes Butler Meg more than Megane herself.
I
So
love
yeah.
Butler Meg. Butler Meg's great. I do. Oh, and also,
Butler Meg.
when I did my pre-recording for this, I didn't know how to pronounce your last name, so I was like floating, and I was thinking, is it Megan? Is it Megane? Is it Megane? I was like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to say. So I was like, oh, I just thought to myself, oh well, this really nice person called Meg. I was like, I'll just say that instead.
Yeah, I always tell people to call me by Meg.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
how you pronounce my name. So Megane, that's how you pronounce it. Megane means glasses in Japanese, so it's basically floating glasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
So
cool.
I know and this the thing is, I knew get people who are going to like pronounce my name the first time is either going to be someone who is Japanese or someone who is a weeboo, and that's another different thing.
That's so
Just
interesting.
other or just someone who is Asian. That's also another thing because they don't pronounce it. They don't pronounce like A-I-E-U-O. They pronounce it A-I-U-O. So it's like, yeah, definitely they're gonna know how to pronounce Mega.
I
So
was
yeah.
I was going to message you on Discord saying, "How do you pronounce it?" And I thought, "Now I'll just bring it up on on the recording because why not? You know, who cares? Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter."
Mhm.
I
So
have one more
yeah.
topic before we
Yes.
do any of the questions, if that's cool with you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Cool.
My witch master. I want to talk about that. Hopefully, we're not going to
Mm-hmm.
break the recording's not going to break too much. I'm so nervous, by the way, right now that the recording's going to be corrupted or something. I'm going to be so worried,
Oh.
but we'll figure it out. What I was going to say, let me find you again, because I like my mangas and my comics. Not really comics as much. I like mangas more than anything, but like when when I saw you were posting your own pieces, your own comics, I was like, oh, I need to look at it, and I freaking love what you've done already. You're on chapter 3. By the way,
Yeah.
on the recording, I brought up the Webtoons website, and people are gonna. Did someone just fall over in your end? I just heard like some kind of collapse thing going on, but yeah. So like, I brought up your Webtoons comic right now. So my Wishmaster. But tell me about it. Tell me what inspired you because it's freaking awesome. It's so good.
Aw. That's so weird to hear someone say.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, no, because like it's okay, it's cool, but it's just like it's fascinating because like when you see that in a comment, like in a post or something, like people saying like I love your art, but when people say it's like I'd be like, oh, that's cool, that's heartwarming to like to see and read basically. But when and it happens as well in conventions like the upcoming event called Komifuro, someone be like coming up to me and be like, oh my god, I love your art. They be like freaking out over me, and I'm just here like, why are you freaking out? Of I'm awkward as well. Stop. So you're making this awkward. So yeah, but the concept of my witch master. When did it came from? It came from, of course, from A Little Serenade. I don't know if you already read
I've
that
heard of it.
one.
I don't think I've read it, but I've definitely heard of it.
Prepare for tears. You read it. Yeah, so yeah, it came from that. It was originally from I saw a competition that has a really good price, money. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm going to create 2 new characters for this, and I was like, what is it going to be? And my friend just pointed out, I mean, you like monsters, and you like monsters with like have children with guardians of monsters, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then Master and Alice just sort of pops out in my brain. I'd be like, okay, those two will. And I created the story right then and there, and then a lot of people loved it, and a lot of people was like, I want to see continuation of it. And this
I
character
I
more development.
really want to see more. Like I remember when I was following your because it was for competition. I know you got chapter 3 out. I was thinking,
Yeah.
oh shit, I actually want to. And you left it at like the pinnacle moment at chapter 3 at the end.
I'm sorry.
I was
Okay,
like, Meg.
and yes, I didn't won. I didn't win the competition, but that's okay. I'm going to continue it. But it's just I have to find the right time because like at one point I want to continue it, but at the same time Webtoon Indonesia is contacting me saying that hey, we're gonna make your Webtoon official even though we didn't you didn't won the competition. I was like, what? I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, so I'm conflicted. Should I continue it or should I not? Should I hold it until the official one release? So
Ah,
do I want to make people suffer or do I want to make myself suffer? Is basically the
make
impediment of this situation.
make people suffer, Meg.
But
Make them
yeah,
suffer.
I left it in a very cliffhanger moment, and I was like, and the thing is, chapter 4 is actually like till is only left to shading, chapter 4,
Okay.
and then I'm here just like, mm,
It's so
should I
good.
yeah,
It's
but yeah,
there's
is
just
that
everything about it's really cool. Like I just like the pace of it. You've got some amazing expressiveness in your characters. You know when they're doing like with shock or getting slapped in the face and punched in the face or just being evil, or well not evil because I don't know if there's no clear evil character right now. I guess, but yeah exactly. But like just reading it, I'm thinking, God damn, this is so good and.
oh
Even how I'm not going to show any more. What I've just done is, oh god, I'll leave it at that bit. There's a bit on the first chapter where someone's running backwards and he bonks into a tree, and it's so great. I've left it on the thing right now, but just what was I going to say? Just in chapter 3 when you start to break down the different world and stuff like that. And how you
yeah.
did it, and the situation, the way you did it, and the situation scenario, how it came about was so great because you could have just like I don't know, you could have done like a slideshow like this monster, this monster, this monster, but instead you went no, it's this monster, but
I don't know.
they have a certain job, if you would,
Mm,
like this person
yeah.
does this for a job, and it's like oh, it's such a smart way of doing it, and is it Sir Noir or Mister Noir? I can't remember who that is. Is that Master?
uh, Master. You just call him Master.
Oh,
His
okay.
name is definitely Noah. It's
Ah,
yeah, it's Noah. Some
Noir.
people just say it Noir.
Noir. They roll the R.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But no, it's yeah, I am a big fan of it, dude. Like, yeah,
Aw.
I do love it, and the colors are really cool too. It's always nice to
Aw.
because obviously manga majority of the time it's black and white and stuff, but when you see
Yeah.
your comic and is just super nice colors and yeah, it's just really cool, dude. And I
I love colors. I cannot draw some anatomy bit. I am my hands are just itching to draw it in colors just a little bit. I don't hate black and white. It's just that if I could color it, I will definitely color
mhm
it.
mhm I totally
Yeah.
understand. It's what I was gonna say. Well, you've actually just posted that thing on Instagram about the anatomy and stuff because
Yes.
I saw the your story. I think it was in your story first, and yeah, I just obviously I'm not gonna really like take
What?
notes and learn from it myself, but I can just see how it's gonna help so many other people. Um,
My dog.
I didn't know you had a dog.
I do have a Doge. I just never show him.
Chester's better.
Yeah, Chester is better, definitely.
Uh,
He's old, and all he does is laying around. He doesn't speak, and even if he were to be meowing, he doesn't meow. He does.
oh, it's a great impression.
Exactly.
Impressions with Meg. It's really cool. I have Finn, my pupperoo. He's sleeping in this room right now. So
Aw.
I was worried that he was gonna be chewing stuff and moving around the area and stuff like that. What on earth? Siri on my phone just popped up, and what the hell? Oh, okay. So Siri just said this. Well, it recorded me saying this. It's really good. I have been sleeping in this room right now, so I was worried that he was going to be, and he was going to be. And then Siri goes, I'm not sure I understand.
Ah,
They're listening always.
I don't have Siri on my phone.
Good. You don't want that because I don't know if it's like that, but you can just be talking about random stuff like Minecraft, for example, right now, and you'll just be talking about it to random people and or even just me saying it right now. And then later on, Minecraft's going to pop up on my Instagram feed going, hey, buy this, even though I've already bought it.
Oh, wow. That's a pain sometimes. That
It's
could be a pain, actually.
it's
Wow.
scary. It's if they listen to you, dude. Like the robots are listening.
Siri is listening.
They
Robots.
are.
Oh no, they're advancing. Oh god, humanity. Oh god, oh no.
I'm
Kermit the Frog. Siri.
Kermit the Frog will save the day. That's how it's gonna
I
be.
will. Don't worry, guys. I'm Hi.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit. Kermit. Hi. Hello.
Oh God. Oh, terrible impressions from me. That's great. It's good fun.
It's okay. I feel like a lot of people when they first.
Say again. Sorry.
I feel like a lot of people who try to impersonate Kermit will definitely be terrible. I mean, mine is definitely.
I think you just got to embrace being bad sometimes.
Yeah.
I think once you embrace being bad, that's when you can get good. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good fucking life lesson, isn't it? Really, like with anything, with art, with for me, martial arts, you have to embrace being really bad at it to get good. I think that's a nice philosophy.
Life lesson from whiskey in the gym.
Whiskey in the Kermit.
Yeah. Hey.
Fuck it out. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Right.
Oh.
Dude, we've been like going for over an hour now, I believe. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh.
What?
That's awesome.
I swear, I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
I know. It's like it's
Hey.
a normal conversation where you don't have to think about too much. You just keep on talking. And
Yeah.
then you see where the conversation goes. What was I going to bring up? There's something else I wanted to bring up. I can't remember what it was now. I think I spoke about everything I wanted to speak about with you, at least. I believe so.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm just sort of here waiting.
You're just in the
Any
background.
instruction.
Just, there should be no leader in this conversation. Like, I am not a leader when it comes to these kind of things. I'm not organized enough to do it. So, like,
Really? Dude, if you're not organized, what am I? A mess? I am. Oh no.
I think that's how podcasts should be, though. It's like an organized mess, you know, where you go into it and you not really know what you're going to say, but you just speak about whatever.
Yeah.
I just think that's better. And I mean, that's why I don't want to call this like an interview either, because we're just talking, and interviews just seem super like rigid, you know? It's like, hello, Meg, how are you today? Like, oh, no, just
Oh my gosh.
talk.
You sound like Google.
Like who?
Yeah, you just said your impersonation like hello, how are you? It's like when they said it's like whenever I try to be like, hey Google, can you like how do you pronounce this in English? And then Google will be like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So it's like a robot voice, like, hello, Meg, how are you?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Have you ever seen those like robot people now where it looks really real, and the only thing
I've
is
seen.
the conversation, like the sentence is still choppy, so it sounds kind of weird still, but like but it's still kind of weird that they are able to have a conversation with you now. It's just, I don't know. Technology is scary nowadays. I don't like it. I don't like how fast it's going.
Yeah, I don't. Man, the world is going by so fast. I can't, man.
That's basically how you should summarize the future. I just can't. I can't, man.
Yeah, I can't, man. Too advanced, man. It's like no, I'm not equipped to like face all of this technology. What am I, a saint? I'm not.
Well, we've already said that you're a robot, considering you survived a big truck hitting you at 3 years old.
That's true. I am a robot. My gosh, I forgot about that. Okay.
Maybe in the future there's gonna be a moment where someone presses a button and then you just go boop, 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 and you turn into like a proper robot. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
You're just like, right, time to take over the world. That'd be so good.
Time to take over the world by giving everyone cats in their houses. You get a cat.
I used to have a cat. You have a cat launcher.
Yeah, I do have.
I just imagine you're like rolling. There's a game called, I think it was Paperboy. I can't remember what it was called. Where you're on a bike and you rolling. You're riding down the street. And you have to throw newspapers at homes. But I could just imagine you're on the bike with a cat launcher, just going. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And the cats are like smashing through the doors, smashing through the windows, landing on someone's face.
Yep, exactly.
That's how you should take over the world.
Well, I feel like if I could, if you could describe yourself in like 10 years, what would like see your retirement or something like that? And I answer like my retirement would definitely be just me sitting in a couch covered in cat fur while eating ice cream. Definitely.
The ice cream like is for sure a big thing. I'm a dog person more than anything. I used to have a cat called Sarah, and really nice cat. But I've always wanted a dog, and we got one. Finn was a surprise for Emily, my fiance, and it was a surprise for her. I can't go into the story too much, but yeah, she appreciated it. I literally just walked into a stranger's house in her eyes and went, "I got you a dog," and that was it.
I got you a dog.
Yeah, it was like, I got you one. There you go.
I know this is sort of weird, and sort of unexpected, but I got you. You love me now?
Yeah. Do you love me now? Do you love me now, Mama?
Yeah, do you love me now?
Please love me. Oh dear, that's amazing. Right, we have a few questions to go through now. Meg, are you prepared?
I am not, but let's do it.
That's the best way to be. Now I'm trying to think if I should have it as full screen like what I've got right now or something else. I don't know. Either way, I'm just gonna go. You have like a bunch of questions, and the ones what I've written down are the ones from the Twitterverse. I don't think I saw any others apart from the Discord. What I got, but yeah, we'll start. But there's two people who have a very similar question. So Sue. So the first person is the Real Online, and SokoDraws. Soko is the one who did my my little avatar. She did mine.
Yeah. She did yours.
I can't do my own. I can't do my own. I have to get someone to do it for me.
It's okay. That sounds cool. Support artists, guys.
Kermit says support artists. Oh,
exactly.
So Real Online and Soko they basically say the exact same thing. How do you manage to have a consistent workflow? And then Real Online says, that seems alien to me. I keep getting distracted, and whoops, I didn't achieve anything today and accidentally watched a 3-hour documentary about bees. That's productive in my eyes.
I can relate. I think talking about how do I keep consistent work? You told me that floating Megane, one of the laziest people that I know, is consistent about my work. I don't think that I'm consistent. Okay, I don't know how I do it actually. Honestly, it's more of just like, it's just sort of like, it's sort of in your protocol basically. Hey, post art at this time at this day, or else you're gonna die. And I'd be like, okay.
So it's the key is to threaten yourself, is it?
Yeah, it's just reflex basically. It's like one day I'd be like, I don't want to do anything, but then around like later, like 5 hours later, I'd be like, I want to do this thing, so let's do that, and just forget any projects that I have in the background.
So is it all right? Yeah, I see. Is it kind of just inspiration based then for you? Like
inspiration. There's more like motivation, not inspiration.
What do you do in times when you're not motivated? Just don't do it, or do you force yourself into doing it, or is it just a case of when I feel like it, I'll do it?
It's sometimes
Say again, Meg.
Oh, okay. I sometimes I force myself to. Again, I don't recommend anyone doing that. Don't force yourself being at time around the internet, because you'll end up like me, depressed.
Oh God.
But sometimes I'd be like, pushing myself way too hard, and I'd be like, okay, I need to stop. And then when I stop, like a week and then things that I want to do. And that's also like, but most of the cases now, I don't know motivations. All right, so I don't know if this is going to be weird in your perspective or anyone who's going to be watching this podcast. But so every time, of course, people always call me senpai, but also a senpai always have, and my senpai is basically like people like like Soro TV, and as well as like I, and just everyone that I look up to. And what I do every time I have an interaction with them either through DMs or timelines and whatnot, or just in videos and whatnot, I always screenshot those moments and save it on my phone. And whenever I feel unmotivated, I look through those and I'd be like, the fact that these are the people that I look up to, and the fact that they are fanboying over my art, I'm gonna keep going.
That's awesome. That's so good.
I feel like it's cringy.
No. I totally get that. I think a lot of artists out there who listen to that is going to take a lot from that, because just like you said, just having those little things to say, no, you are good enough. You are good enough to do it. People believe in you. I think that's huge, dude. Like, that's super duper cool. Yeah, I think that's a good answer to a fair Meg. That's a really good answer, mate.
Definitely.
Hang on a second then. Let's go for this one then. So that's 2 in 1 there, Meg. That was pretty good. Now, how do I pronounce this one? I'm going to say it's Tai 1151623. I don't know what this is, so you're going to have to explain a tiny bit. They said, where are the Logo Family comics at? By the way, love your art. I don't know what the Logo Family comics are, so do you know what they are?
Wait, what? Hold on, repeat that.
They said, where are the Logo Family comics at?
I don't know what this is.
That's fine.
Maybe I do know, but I just...
You blanked, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dude, totally cool.
I don't know.
Oh, that's all good. Even when I was reading that, I was thinking, I really hope Meg knows what that is, because I have no idea. I can't even explain it to you to help you out. I'm just going to have to be sitting there blankly like, okay, I don't know. But still. All right.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, I was curious too, but I just sort of, in my head, I thought, Meg will know. Meg will know what it is.
And then here I am. What? Excuse me?
We'll move swiftly on then. So we have Pyrohydronite. I think I said that right. What's the weirdest commission you've ever drawn, and what did you feel? While drawing it? Do you want me to say it again?
The weirdest commissions?
Yes.
Oh wait, I just saw what the one with Tai, with 151. Bunch of number. Oh, they said the Logo Family comic said. Oh, I know what those are. I'm not going to speak. So I'm going to continue with the next question. Weirdest commission. Weirdest commission. Do I have weird commissions? Do I get commissions? I feel like. No, I'm not going to say it because it's definitely an insult. So I'm not going to be an insensitive little beehole right now. I don't think I have came across to weird commissions. I feel like everyone is sort of like, yeah.
They've been nice.
Yeah, it's sort of. Although that being said, I have encountered a certain person. I don't want to betray too much. I've encountered several people who were just like basically, hey, how much do you take for you to willingly draw a yaoi fan art? And I was like, excuse me?
Say again, sorry. About you, it's weird, like you blank, your mic drops out the moment when the most it's like significant part of that sentence is about to be said. So what was that, sorry?
No, someone was willingly to pay me a good price to draw some yaoi BDSM fan art. I was like, excuse me? I was like, I just sort of backed away, and I was like, no, I'm going to answer those people. To those who are questioning that, not in a million year, all right, not even a million year. Anything that relates to just sexualizing the people that I know personally and people that I know in general,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
that's weird.
The amount of times I'll be, I follow quite a lot of people on Twitter, and sometimes I'll follow someone who posts some really cool art, and then I don't realize it's an NSFW account. So I'll be scrolling from a timeline, and all of a sudden, oh, there's a sexualized whatever it is. I'm like, fucking it, all right, all right, yeah, it's great. Scroll past, make sure Emily doesn't see.
Yep, yeah, that happens. It'd be like times, yeah.
It's interesting. But yeah, I can imagine like people would try and ask you to do certain things. But I guess that with that, it comes to when you're setting up the commissions, you write down the rules going, okay, if you want a commission, you have to follow these rules. And then that sort of filters them out in a sense. That's cool.
Yeah.
Holly Berry Art just puts, what is love?
What is love, Holly? Well, let me tell you, kiddo. She's not even a kiddo. She's like 10 years older than me. But love is a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. It hits you really hard, and then it slowly fades, leaving you stranded in a failing marriage. Just like my cat here, who can't stop, bothering me by scratching my bed. Stop it. All right, cool.
Chester, good old Chester, living life.
Yeah, no, it's not Chester. It's Brendan.
I didn't even know it was a Brendan.
Yep,
Oh,
Brendan
man.
is here.
I'm so confused. I like how you went for the scientific approach, by the way. I like that because whenever anyone says "What is love to me," I just think of the song where it's like, "Baby, don't hurt me no more." That's all I think about. I don't think of like science or the philosophy side of it, which is surprising for me, I guess. But like, I
wonder if anyone who is watching
joined in with that song.
No. Yeah. But I wonder if anyone who is watching, just you in general, know that reference from what that I just said.
What was that? Sorry, the actual chemical thing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. Sorry, just making sure because occasionally like it cuts out. I'm like, I hope I'm not missing anything. That's cool. Triple G.
Cool.
Triple G. Fave anime fandom so far right now. So I'm not too sure what is a fandom, mate. What is a fandom? Triple G says fave anime fandom so far.
Oh, fave anime fandom. I don't.
You blanked out.
Am I boring to say that?
I didn't. No, it went again. It went again. You have to say it again. Sorry, Meg.
It's okay, but I don't follow anime fandom. Am I boring?
No, I'm the same.
That automatically makes me boring because I feel like I am. A lot of people are just, hey, look at this. I ship this person. Hey, man, I also ship this person with that person. And I'm here just like, I don't do that.
I'm in the exact same boat as you. I don't put anyone together. I'm like, okay, well, this is the story what we've been given us. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. I only follow what is canon. I only author of the comic wants to put out there. If he wants to make this canon, then let him be. If he doesn't canon, I let him be.
I could not agree with you more. I just even movies and stuff like that. Sometimes that you can see in certain movies and shows like it is it's like meant to be that it's insinuated that they're together. They're not together in the show, but there's ideas that they're together. But then I don't know. I'm just it's just not me. I'm just not the person who will put things together.
I used to do that though. I used to be like so like shipping characters in general, or just loving. I love this fandom so much. I used to be like that, but now I'm like, oh, no, no thanks.
Nah.
No, yeah, nah.
Completely get you. Nightmare Wolf with 3 Fs. I did not realize they had 3 Fs in their Nightmare Wolf. Nightmare Wolf. How have you how have you come up with your current art style? What or who were your inspirations? So who were your inspirations for your art style?
My inspiration for my art style. Oh, what is it? I don't even know. I've been following a lot of accounts that artists is behind the work of comic. I've been following those all around, but definitely I'm not influenced by their. I am definitely influenced by their anime, but I'm not influenced with the Marvel art style. But the closest, I guess, I would say Horikoshi Sensei, the one Boku no Hero or My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I that's where I see it from. Like, if I was gonna guess where your inspiration was from, yeah, I'd say Boku no Hero Academia. Like, yeah, I'm saying I love that show. It's so damn good.
Yeah.
I need to read a manga though. I need to read the manga.
Read the manga. A lot of people say like, "Hey, can you like spoil what's going to happen?" Read the manga yourself. Artist itself now. Huh.
I've got into that habit now.
Yeah.
Where
Exactly.
like I watch an anime and then I'm going, well, I don't want to wait for the next episode, so I'm just going to read the manga
Yeah.
instead. I did
It's
that
usually
with
the case.
I did that with One Piece. I've done that with Hunter x Hunter. What else have I done it with? Like just a bunch, and Attack on Titan actually. And then I watched the anime version of it afterwards. I'm thinking, okay, how are they going to do that part in the manga, and how are they going to do it in the anime? And then in the anime, especially Attack on Titan, it's amazing. It's like super good. But I have a deeper appreciation for it, I guess, because it's like, okay, how well are we going to portray it? So yeah, that's cool. My Hero Academia is so good, so good.
It is.
What else? Badooks, what's your favourite way to unwind apart from drawing or outside of drawing?
Unwind.
To chill.
To chill, basically. Outside of cooking. I can cook.
Really?
And I can cook. I feel like I can. I feel like I did several pictures of cooking. Yeah, it's basically.
What's your favourite thing to cook?
Yeah. My what?
What's your favourite thing to cook?
Favorite thing to cook is definitely.
Oh my god, it's so annoying, Meg. It cuts out literally. You know when you said definitely?
Again?
Yeah. It went.
Alright.
My favourite thing to cook is
No.
definitely, and nothing happened.
No, my favorite cooking definitely is beef stew. I love cooking beef.
Nice.
And also soup because it's like the easiest to make.
Oh, it is easy to make, to be fair. Because all you got to do is
Yeah.
put a load of stuff in a pot, let it cook, and then blend it up, and then it's done. So all it is, I love that. I like slow cooking stuff. So just putting everything into a pot and just letting it cook, and then eating it whenever, and not worrying about it too much. Beef stew, I love beef stew. My mum would make beef stew, and I wouldn't eat it on the day one it was made. I'd eat it on day two because beef stew like gets better after a certain amount of time, and it's so good. It's so damn good. I love it. But yeah, beef stew, very nice, very nice.
But other than cooking, I guess I just take a stroll in the morning, and as well as like cleaning. I like cleaning as well.
Yeah, there's something about cleaning, isn't there? There's something what's like it makes you. It's like during it, you kind of get a bit like, oh, gotta do that, gotta do it. And then afterwards, you go, and you relax, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's it is nice.
I like doing chores. What is that weird?
You like doing chores?
Yeah, because like a lot of artists is like, man, I hate. I've seen, and I'm here just like, am I the only one who enjoys it? It's like, oh no, I guess I'm boring. I'm not interesting as.
I like how when it comes to your opinion, if it's different to other people, you just say I'm boring. That's all you sum it down to. Not that you're entitled to your own opinion and you're okay to like other things. It just means you're boring. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm just bored. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's amazing.
But yeah, that's basically my favorite ways to unwind outside of drawing.
That's cool. That's to be fair, I like ironing. Like, I don't iron altogether, but ironing's my little thing. Like when you, I don't know why, but just getting things tidy. I don't do it enough, but like I only tidy. I only iron things that I need to wear that day, or like 5 minutes from then. But yeah, just ironing it, it's nice. I will never be the person who, you know, when it's like they get a bunch of clean clothes and they just do loads of ironing and it's like all piled up. That's not me. I chuck things in my stuff, in my drawers, and if I need it, I'll iron it, and that's it, done.
I'm the complete opposite.
Really?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I like to clean and organize, and I don't like. I can't work. I can't. So, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning, and that's just my protocol. I'm just automatically always wake up 7 without even setting an alarm.
Wow.
I always wake up at 7, and the first thing I usually do is to clean up my room. I can't work. It's so messy. I kind of like wonder, like most of my friends in real life and even online, they're like, you know, they kept their room messy and they still can work with that setup. And I'm like here just like, I can't, man, not even a single dust. I can't work.
You would hate my room right now. Well, I don't know.
Listen, I don't blame you for I don't blame anyone. I don't blame people. Have their different interpretation of like how they would I'm definitely not one of those people who can work in a messy room. So yeah.
I've recently just moved a bunch of stuff in my recording room. I don't like calling it a studio because it makes it sound like I'm up my own arse, but like it does, like my studio. I'm like, yeah, I'm just chilling, but I've moved a bunch of things around, and I've got so much more empty space behind me, and it feels so much nicer to work in. Like I feel a bit more cheesy. It sounds free. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I might have figured out what I had to do, Meg, by the way, to stop us from glitching so much. So earlier I had my, you know, the picture I was showing you of the setup where it was me and then you're at the bottom corner and the logo was the top right. I actually changed it. So now it's just me in the top left, your top right, and then your Instagram right now is on the middle. And everything seems to be working. Fingers crossed it keeps going. Anyway. Pressure.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
Marissa, or Radio Wave Weirdo, is there anything specific that helps you concentrate or gives you inspiration when creating something? For example, a certain environment or soundtrack.
make me concentrate. I listen basically replaying all of the videos that I've watched in the background. So just let. So basically,
can you say that again? Sorry, Meg. I got what you said, but like as in I understood what you meant, but it kept popping out a tiny bit. Can you say that again? Sorry.
Oh, no. I said I always set up, you know, like videos that I've watched a bunch of times as a white background so I can concentrate.
I see. Yeah, so like videos, what you already know what happens in the video, and
yeah.
I do that with when I want to go sleep. I'll always have like a YouTube playlist going off, but it's only the ones what I've already watched like thousands of times. Well, not thousands, but and, like that kind of noise really helps me just chill.
Yeah.
But so yours isn't music. Yours is more just. Is it like voices? Like voices.
Yep.
Okay, so that's interesting. That's so cool.
Yep, just
videos
of like, I don't know.
Anything, really.
Anything, yeah. Recently I've been replaying way too much. Mosquito, get out of my face. All right, hold on. But recently I've been watching way too much. Not watching, just re-listening too much of the gameplay Visage or Visage.
Yep.
Yeah, by IGP. And I kept playing that in the background. It's a horror game that gave, you know, I can just hear IGP squealing every single time. I don't know if I'm like, and in my head, it's like I'm concentrated, and then just for a split second, I'd be like, am I evil for doing to my friend?
That's amazing.
Like, I feel bad, but at the same time, the video is really good. I just kept playing it. So whenever I'm like, I don't know what to listen to, I'm not in the mood for music, let's play that one video from IGP called Visage. You know.
You enjoy someone suffering, so that's basically what you're saying. I understand.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
We caught you out. That's amazing.
Oh no! Okay. Yes.
Next one. Delaspi says, if you could pick a fictional universe to live in, which would you choose?
Fictional universe to live in?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, most fictional world that I've came across in mangas and anime cartoons are just a place that I don't want to live in. because like the amount of you have to socialize with this certain protagonist and whatnot. It's like, then I just lay on in my bed. So I don't think the only fictional universe that I could live in is probably my brain. Just
your what? Sorry.
My brain.
Oh, that's big enough as it is. That's crazy enough as it is, huh?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
When I read this question, I thought to myself, what would I get? And I thought One Piece. I like One Piece, but I wouldn't want to be chilling with the main characters. I just want to be in that world because it's just pirates, and I just like that.
I get it.
I'd be the background character what hasn't got any detail on their face. It's just the the outline of their body. That's me. That's me in that kind of world. The undistinguishable one.
I get you.
Then it's I'm gonna probably say this completely wrong.
Butcher the name.
Oh, absolutely. I am prepared to butcher everything right now. Ezra Prisk, I'm going to say. Ezra Prisk.
Oh, no.
When did you start drawing digitally?
When did I start drawing digitally?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? When did I start drawing digitally? Oh god, I can't remember. Oh, hold on. I started drawing digitally when I was 8. My parents finally bought a PC and a mouse and a keyboard, and the only drawing program there was MS Paint.
Yes.
And I was like, I drew a mountain, and I was super proud of it. I was like, my gosh, that looks amazing. And my mom kept the drawing.
Oh, that's so cute.
My mom kept that drawing in her phone, and then she showed me one day when I could, because like in chapter 4 of My Wish Master, a little bit there's a lot of mountains in the background, and my mom just like, hey, that reminds me of the first mountain. I was like, what? And then she showed me this MS Paint drawing, and I was like, is that the drawing that I was proud of? And then she was like, yeah, it was. I was like, god damn it.
That's so cool though, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You'll have to post that, and you could just say like where it all began, kind of thing. So that'd be super cool.
I will try to find it though. I don't know if I could with my mom's phone because she's changed. I don't know if she still has it. So we'll see. If I do have it, I'm probably going to send you and going to cringe at the same time.
I will not cringe. I love people's beginnings, like. So
really?
I like you started here and now look where you are kind of thing. Like I love that kind of stuff. It's cool.
You're a gentle person. You're not a dark bitch like me.
A dark bitch. We have 2 more from Twitter. So again, I'm gonna butcher his name. Vaniona. Vaniona. I'm gonna say that. Vaniona. There we go. How long did it take to find a style you were happy with? And are you happy with where you are right now?
With my current style?
Yeah.
Am I happy with it? And where did I find my...
Like how long did it take you to find your style?
Listen, I started drawing digitally when I was 8, and I'm 19, so that's basically 11 years of drawing. Keep on continuing what I'm doing. And am I happy with my current style? Of course, because I get to draw 2 of my favorite boys really hot and sexy, and I was like, hell yeah. I'm going to print those 2 boys and hang it on my wall and pray to it every single day.
And is that IC and IGP, I'm assuming?
Hell yeah, it is!
So I swung it up. I've got your Instagram, and I thought I'm going to swing that image up real quick before you say it.
Yeah, everyone, cool. Listen, I don't want you guys to, don't bother to follow me, but like that post just because I want to show it to IGP, like, hey, listen, Indy, look how much people actually like that drawing. Are you proud of me, Dad?
You proud? I am proud of me. You're proud of me, Daddy. Don't say Daddy. That sounds so weird. I just realised what I just said. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. What an idiot.
I am. Man, I wish
cringe.
I wish I was recording. And clip that part and send it to you every single night. I'm like, hey,
Fuck.
that one time you called IGP. It's like, hey.
No, I was quoting you saying it. I wasn't saying it myself. Don't swing it on me, you bastard. We have one more from Twitter, and then I got a couple from the Discord.
Okay.
So Bala Lucas, fave shows and movies.
Yes, fave shows and movies.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite show. Do I have a favorite show? I think like I like any kind of show as long as it like have my sense of humor. Then I'd be like, hell yeah.
What kind of shows would that be? If you could give an example.
What is it? My longtime favorite show, and I think it's still like the best to me in my opinion. And that's basically where I got my comedy. Chowder.
Oh, I've never watched it. I want to.
You should.
Yeah, I've heard amazing things about Chowder.
Yep. If you watch that from the beginning till the very last episode, you will get why am I like this.
That's cool to know where your comedic inspiration comes from.
Yep. A motorcycle just went by. But my favorite movie will definitely still forever will be from Disney called Treasure Planet.
Oh, that's one of the only Disney movies I've not watched.
Really?
Yeah.
You should watch it.
Emily.
Everything there is drawn by hand.
I saw,
and I'm still shaking.
It's shaking from, oh my god, it's too good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, how did they do it? Oh my magic.
I believe Emily, Emily has watched it, but I think I said to her I haven't watched it, and she was like, "Whoosh, how dare you!" And yeah, I definitely need to watch it. Definitely need to watch it.
Yeah,
it's so good. Because I saw I don't know what it's called, but we do that thing where on Twitter they'll post a clip of like really good animation, and they will say this is like awesome. They highlight it, and then and I'll just look at it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. And that was one of them. I remember that. Right, so these ones are all from the Discord. What I have now.
Hello, Discord.
I might. These are probably going to end up being like generic questions. What I'll ask all the guests, because they're kind of like for both of us, and then they're quite generic anyway, so I think it'd be good for everyone. So Septic Actress says, what inspired you guys to start creating? This is to both of us. I'll do mine quick after you then, Meg, because people are going to be hearing me say this over and over again. But what inspired you to start?
To start what? Being an artist?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna answer it real quick. Real quick, simple. I saw a person online from a phone, a BlackBerry phone, and my friend be like, "You see this? This is an artist online that does that." And I was like, "Hey, that's cool. I want to do that," and I did. Here I am.
That's so cool. Like so simple. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yes, exactly.
People already know my answer, but like mine's just watching. Mine was watching Markiplier and Jacksepticeye more than anything. They were my like biggest inspiration to just get started at least. And here I am now talking to you.
Hello.
Hello. Now
this is very fun.
Now I sound like Mr. Bean. Do you know who Mr. Bean is?
Hell yeah, I do.
Good. I'm proud of you. Teddy. Oh, hello. God.
Hello.
Bean. Oh, God. Right, anyway. Ms. Maggie, to both of us, what do you guys do if you are in a creator's block in general, and what usually keeps you motivated? You kind of answered that, I guess, didn't you?
I did answer that.
It was like threaten yourself.
Yep.
Just say the world's going to end and just keep pushing through kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We have same kind of thing for me. I mean, for me, I don't mind like taking a bit of time off. If I'm let's say with streams, I try and keep as consistent as I can. Sometimes I'll go into a stream just before I'm like, ah, damn, I don't know if I'm feeling up for it. But just starting is really what you got to do, you know. That's the big thing for me. So I don't know with YouTube. My God, apart from the podcast, I can't remember the last time I posted like a few months ago. In fact, it was a few months ago. Then when I posted something, and then you subscribed to me, and I was like, oh shit. And then you're going, oh yeah, no worries, dude. It was, what was it? It wasn't Undertale. Was it Deltarune? It was Deltarune.
Deltarune.
Yeah. And I was like, oh god.
A lot. Yeah. Like people like so cool.
You blanked out again. Sorry, Meg.
Yeah. They kept like people like Soko and as well as like Space Jellybean. They kept mentioning your name, and I was like, sure, why not? Let's check this guy. And I was like, and then I watched like your first playthrough of like, this guy seems chill. I'm gonna subscribe right away.
I
follow him.
Dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I did have like a little bit of a like, oh my god, floating Megane, whatever, floating Meg.
Yes.
It's following me. I was like, oh guys, check this out. It's really cool. What was I gonna say? How do you guys deal with burnout? Pro gamer asked that. How do you deal with burnout? Do you experience burnout?
Burnout?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
So you feel like you're doing too much.
Oh, what do I do when I'm doing too?
How do you guys deal with it?
I just sort of like, lay on my bed and be like, okay, hold on.
No, that's good.
Yeah, and then I accidentally fell asleep, and I'd be like, oh, God damn it, now I have to delay this even more. And that's me almost every single day, basically.
But I guess it's okay, like, when you're having a feel like you're doing too much, just to stop. I think that's so important, because people feel like under pressure to keep up and making sure they please everyone. Where it's like, no, actually...
Don't call me out like this, man.
But it's like, the people who care about you and care about what you do, they'd want you to be looking after yourself, And if you say to them, oh, I'm just going to have a little bit of a break, they're not going to go, well, fuck you. They're going to go, no, just it's okay. Just relax. So
I'm trying to get that concept in. Basically like, hey, Meg, chill the frick out.
It's definitely a learned trait, and I feel like I think when you get older, I feel like it's easier because I don't or the longer you do it, the easier it becomes to go, actually no, I need to spend some time for myself. Like, I think that's really important. Okay. Ali Cat goes, how do you make it look so easy when in actuality the life of YouTube is not? That's interesting. Like, for me,
yes,
I feel like the reason why it looks so easy is because it's edited down. It's edited, so you don't see like the end. You don't see the beginning of it or the end of it or the time when you're getting frustrated because you're saying things wrong. You just see the product. So I think it gives an illusion of it being easy, but it's not. Doing this is easy, as in the actual just talking and chilling and playing games is easy, but like the lead up, the editing, and it's the things what you don't see, I think.
I guess. Yeah, that's true. For me, I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't need to answer that.
I guess it kind of means like, in a sense, for you, how it appears like, oh, you just come up with stuff super quick. Like, how is that so easy for you?
Is that easy for me? I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can answer that. I feel like it's not. I feel like it's something. I don't know. Again, it's just automatically in my body, and I can't describe it well. So yeah,
it's just like, totally cool. Totally understand it, dude. Let me think. Let's have a look. Do you think it's easier or harder to get into the creative industry? That's cool. Maddie Draws says that.
Creative industry. Am I in a creative industry? All right. I mean, I am
think so.
going to be working with Webtoon, so is it easier or harder? Definitely harder. But as long as you're having fun, it's definitely going to be easy.
As long as you're having fun, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah,
as long as you're having fun. It's
yeah.
It's like people will say like, oh, working a studio, it's like all day and all night, stop animating. And then, but you actually met those people who work there. They will say nothing but enjoyment that they had there. Having fun time to animate, and it's still like for them, it's like they could work and animate every now and then. It's like every day. It's like if as long as is what you want, you're having fun with it. It's okay.
It's easy in a sense, but it's like when you're in the industry, it's easy when you're actually doing the things that you love to do.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So a lot of them are just the usual. What are your inspirations? Pad, as in Padfootlet or Pad Art. They say, do you have any weird or odd habits?
Weird habits? Oh God, I actually do, but I can't remember. What is it? I do have one, but I always say this whenever my friend and I had a talk about it. What is it? Oh God, I can't remember.
I can talk about mine while you're trying to think of it, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have this habit anymore because I am 28. But when I was a kid, I'd
Yes.
oh God, I've said this story before, but I hate saying it. So as a kid,
Yes.
I can't remember when it would be, but I swear it was like on a Sunday night or Saturday night with my parents. We'd just be chilling out watching The Simpsons, and I'd do this weird fucking thing. Oh God damn it! And I'd get the hot chocolate powder.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd get a tub of that. I'd bring it into the living room, so we're watching TV, and I'd just eat it. I'd just get spoons and just start eating the cocoa powder. But what? That's not the weird bit. The weird bit is I'd eat it so much so that I'd have to cough because I liked the cloud, what it created when I coughed. It's like I felt like I was a chocolate dragon.
Dude, I don't know what you think. I don't know what you're saying. You're not weird.
Oh.
That's awesome. Totally would do that.
Oh, I hate it. I hate that habit. Like, I used to have it. I still bite a lot. Like I bite my nails still. When I was a younger boy, I used to sleep on top bunk with my brother on the bottom bunk, and the railing or the rails on it were metal, and I'd have a habit where I'm watching TV or I'm gaming and stuff. I just chew the metal, so I'd just be like, I'd just be just. It's been destroyed now, but I specifically remember looking up and down the bars, and there was just teeth marks everywhere, like scratches from my teeth all the way down it. Like, and I think that's why my teeth are so small. I have baby teeth. Like, my teeth are so small. And I think that's why, because I just chewed everything like a fucking hamster.
You sound like Brendan. He buys anything.
Oh, really?
He just sort of is this small, tiny child trying to bite everything. It's just like, hell yeah, I can destroy that.
Maybe it might have been something like I still do it now. Like I said, like I chew my nails, but I'd be watching TV with Emily, and I'd have the TV remote in my hand, and I'd just start randomly chewing it. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? It's so weird.
My weird habit. I can't remember even now. I think I have it. Probably going to remember it after.
As soon as we finish, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we finish, be like, oh yeah, that's my weird. But for the sake of answering that question, I will say my weird habit is me drawing. So let's move on now.
You're just drawing. It's not a weird habit.
It is a weird habit. What are you talking
about? Final one for today, Meg.
Yes.
So this is from Hufflepuff Tracks or Lou. If you had the time and resources, what instrument would you learn to play?
I can learn. I can play ukulele and as well as the
The
guitar.
ukulele. And you can play
Yeah, the
guitar.
ukulele. Yes,
That's
I'm still. I'm very rusty though.
is there anything else you'd like to play, or is that like your go-to? Like those two and that's it?
But yes, I would. I would play the guitar again because like I like swing and swing my hands around and sing songs while playing the guitar.
The guitar. You sound really British then when you said guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you ain't guitar. You play guitar. Guitar. Oh god,
Guitar.
I'm the same with guitar. I bought. Well, I didn't buy a guitar. I got a guitar given to me for Christmas. Not just gone to Christmas before. I played it for like a month and then I just stopped. And I need to get into it. It's always in the background. I don't know if I can see it from here, but it's always in the background of my shots. And it's just there to make me look cool right now because I can't play it. I just have it as like a theme, if you would.
Oh, what a mood! Oh my
Oh,
putting
that's so.
things in the background to make yourself look. What a mood!
That's.
Something that I would definitely do.
I think that's what every streamer does.
Yeah.
Every streamer, every content creator out there will literally just have stuff in the background because they know their face is one thing, and just having stuff in the back. I've got fucking Squirtle. I swore, sorry. I just got Squirtle in the background of my camera right now, just sitting on a chair with his hands up, looking really happy. And
Hi.
I just thought, a bit more interesting. Bit more interested in my
Yeah.
sweaty forehead. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Meg, I think we've been recording for 2 hours. I think it's time we finish.
Do you want me to say something for the end, or do you
Yeah,
want to?
I literally wanted to say,
True.
is there anything you want to say?
Uh, what is it? I almost say it something in. What is it? What am I going to say? This is a recording, right?
Yeah.
A video.
Yep.
So, hold on. Let me just think of the.
Don't worry too much about thinking part of it. It's a
Okay.
podcast, so like you don't want to be editing it too down. Like those little moments where you just pause, totally cool.
But let me see if I can do this first try. All right, let's do this. All right. こんばんは皆さん。俺の名前はメガネです。よろしくお願いします。このウィスキーさんのビデオが最後までに楽しめてください。ありがとうございます。There you go.
The fuck? Did you just say in Japanese?
Yes, I did. I did.
What did you say? Or are you just going to keep it secret?
No, I said you can edit this out if you want, but and let the viewers guess. But what I said was, "Hello, everyone," or "Good evening, everyone." My name is Floating Megane or Megane. Now, goddammit, IGP, I hate you. My name is Floating Megane, and pleasure to meet you in this whiskey sun, Mr. Whiskey,
Oh.
Mr. Whiskey. Mr. Whiskey's video. I hope everyone watch this till the very end, and have fun. That's basically what.
Damn.
And thank you.
Thanks, Meg. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
Yeah.
Where can people find you? What's your Instagram page and what's your Twitter? Is it the same thing? Is it different in different places? YouTube channel and stuff like that. Where can we all find you?
Don't.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, shit.
No, if you want to find my shit posting, go to Twitter. If you want to see art related stuff, go to Instagram. Both of them are named floating_Megane. So yeah.
And that's floating underscore MEGANE for people who
Yep.
are listening or like me don't know how to spell Megane because I'm worried.
Listen, I am corrupted by IGP. Okay, every single time I
Oh, hang on, you cut.
but no. What I said. Thanks to IGP for now. Every time I want to say name floating.
It's cutting out again. No, not near the end.
Not again. God damn it. Okay. I call myself by Megane now, apparently. So that's basically
Nice.
the short story. And I kind of like, God damn it. What happened? IGP, you have done this to me.
Shout out to IGP for corrupting your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
amazing.
Dad.
All right, Meg. It's been amazing. Thank you
All
for
right.
being the first guest on I don't saying show sounds so cheesy as well, but whatever the podcast, the cast, whatever you want to call it. It's been really really fun, and we have to do it again sometime.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm so worried that the moment I press stop recording, the whole thing is going to crash on me. I'm so worried. But if it does,
Okay.
I will send a picture of you where I'm crying in the corner, and I'll just say, "Guess what happened?"
I will not be surprised, sir.
Oh
And be
God.
like, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to leave a like, you're welcome to. Comment down below if there's anyone else you want on the show. Anyone else you want? Who would you like on this show, Meg? If you had to shout them out.
Shout out to my boy Whiskey in the Jam Jar. Give him a like and whatnot, subscribe and whatever that YouTuber does lately.
I do this. I'm a streamer more than anything now, but my YouTube's strictly going to be for the cast now. So yeah, I'm a podcaster on YouTube.
Yay!
All
You're
right.
a podcast now.
And a podcast, yeah. All right, Meg. Thank you so much. I'll see
Thank
you
you.
soon, and yeah, see you guys soon in the next episode. Next episode's going to be Turquoise Magpie or Soph, and I'll be recording that in about 5 minutes' time. Yeah. All right, Meg. Thank you. Take care, mate. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.